So we're live. Welcome to the show. The show is going to be a keep, sell, buy show, Anthony. It's good to have you back on board. I ain't seen you for a little while.
Yeah, I've been off for a while, but there's obviously reasons, but it's all in good, like obviously personal reasons and stuff like that. But yeah, it's great to be back. I've been watching obviously some YouTube when I've been off, obviously with other channels and that, and what we've been thinking of Arsenal, and and throughout the season what they were saying. But look, it's great to be back. It's good to do this show. And it's going to be interesting. I think this show might be an interesting one with players, obviously, that we can agree with, and disagree.
Anyway, we're Premier League champions. We didn't think we was going to get over the line all season. We've been slagging off the manager, but it's been hard watch. A lot of the games have been a hard watch, but we got over the line this year, Anthony. So I've done a video about it. I've spoken to the community on this channel about it, and there was as surprised as I am that we finally got over the line, but also said I told you so. A few of them have said to me, the manager's all right. We've been on his back, but I'm backing him for next season. I think the title you named me, the flip flop, has come into fruition because I'm backing the manager for next season. I don't believe you can sack a manager just after he's won you a Premier League. We've waited 22 years. We've waited 20 years to get to a Champions League final as well. He got us there. It was a long time coming. It took him 6 years. But on this show, we're about to obliterate his squad to go again for next season. I'm going to obliterate it. I've got 10 players written down that I want to sell. I've got 10 players that I would actually bring in to replace them. Without any further ado, we're going to go through them players that I would sell. I'm going to bring the squad up. I'm going to share the screen, and I will tell you the players from keepers, defenders, midfielders, attackers who I would sell, and you can tell me if you agree or if you've got a different player you want to sell, and we can go from there.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, so hopefully we're going to get a few people in the chat to argue the toss with us as well. So let's go forward from there. I'm going to share the screen. I've got the Arsenal's men's squad. So let's just share the screen. And I can't see the comment section while I'm doing this. I don't know how to make it where I can see both. So I'm going to rely on you to let me know if anyone's in the chat, Anthony. So let's share the screen. And can you see the screen?
Anthony? Yeah, we can see it. Yeah, we can see it.
Okay, so we're going to start with goalkeepers. We've got the 3 goalkeepers here. Don't forget there's one out on loan, but we can do the loan players at the end. So out of these 3 keepers we've got here, I'll get rid of one. Probably I'll be surprised if you ain't picked the same one, but I'm getting rid of Kepa.
Oh right, I picked Raya.
Wow.
No, I didn't.
Really?
I'm fucking about. Of course I didn't, mate. No.
Oh,
no. Raya for me. I mean, you look at him. He's a brilliant goalkeeper, and that is 3 seasons in a row now. Like he's got the Golden Glove, award. So you can't go wrong with that. What happens with that is a good defense in front of you. Obviously, that makes a good goalkeeper. But I know you went for Kepa. I get it. I get it why it's Kepa, but I mean, look, it all comes down to that Carabao Cup final, where he played poor. But let's be honest, it just wasn't Kepa that was poor. The whole fucking team was poor. That was the worst Arsenal final I've ever watched. and that was the closest one that came to was the FA Cup final, when we lost 2-1 to Liverpool, and Michael Owen scored the 2 late goals to win Liverpool the FA Cup, and Bergkamp got our goal. So that was one of the worst finals, I thought, but that topped that one. So, but look, yeah, you can get rid of Kappa. Okay, you could bring another goalkeeper in, but I think he's quite happy to be number 2 at the minute. So, and let's not forget, when he went to loan on Bournemouth, he did quite well at Bournemouth, didn't he? Because he was getting first team goalkeeping there. So,
don't you think we need a keeper who's going to push Raya?
I think it's good to have. It's not just keeper wise. I think in every position, Lee.
Yeah, you know exactly. That's what I mean. I think we need a keeper. I mean, I've picked a keeper. Well, I'm going to tell you who I will bring in yet, but I've got a keeper in mind that I would bring in.
Yeah.
To push Raya, and I think we'd have a great chance of getting him.
Okay.
But I'll tell you that is when we go for the players that we've got to bring in.
In all fairness, I didn't do keepers because I thought to myself, I know Kepa's there, and we all know everybody's opinions on him. But I thought just for number 2, I mean, I'd rather spend my money in another position of the pitch, if you know what I mean, another area of our of our team. So Kepa, I just didn't bother with him, to be honest with you.
Okay, so let's go to defenders then. Okay, Lewis Skelly's listed as a defender in this list, but I think we're pretty solid with defenders. But I have got rid of one of them. Can you guess which one?
I guarantee you, I bet it's Ben White.
Absolutely, Ben White. He's a goner for me. I think he's lost a yard of pace. It might be saying, it could be the injury. I don't know. For me, he's just not the same player as he was when we first converted him to a right back. I was a bit, apprehensive, thinking, why is he playing him at right back? But it works. And that season, he was fantastic. But I think there might be a slight attitude problem with him. I'm not 1,000,000%. Obviously, I don't know the history behind why he left the England squad or made himself unavailable, didn't he, at the Euros a couple of years ago. I knew. Well, we all heard there was an argument with one of the coaches, one of Gareth Southgate's coaches, and I don't know the full SP about it, but I just think to myself, it's the pinnacle of your career. Still young. He was still probably one of the best right backs in the country, English right backs as well at the time. I thought we let the country down. I was disappointed with him, and I think it might be an attitude problem. He doesn't like watching football, so he's not going to learn from watching games. When I used to run my kids' team, I used to make them watch football games, don't matter whether they supported, and just watch their position. Watch how the player plays, just to learn. Think, if this happens, the ball's over that side of the pitch and we're defending, this is where I've got to be, this is where I've got to stand, or this is where I've got to cover. Things like that. You can learn a lot from watching football as well as training. And I think I don't think he's got the attitude for it. And for me, he's a goner.
Yeah. I get it. Trouble is, though, I think with this player now, Ben White, he's been unlucky with injuries. I mean, you look at when we won the league at Selhurst Park, you've seen him wearing that knee brace, and he's always seems to be the same injury with him. So, and what stops that? Let's say if he doesn't go and he does stay for next season, what stops that injury creeping up again? And then we got Timber. That's that, like, obviously, that's been out with injury as well.
Yeah, so, he's not he's not there.
Yeah. So so obviously I do get that with obviously Ben White. But yeah, I certainly agree with you 100% on that one. I think with me agreeing with you, Lee, fucking hell, I think I'm ill. But yeah, I understand why you've gone with that. I understand why you've gone with Ben White.
I've just flicked back and I've seen that McManus is in the chat. How you doing, McManus? Return of the Mac and BX Gunner. How you doing? How you doing, guys? Right, so let me go back. I've just worked out the flick backwards and forwards. Can you believe it?
We are winning the Premier League next season if you know how to do that, Lee. Get your bets in, everyone.
As well, we've got cover at right back through Mosquera. So when Timber starts, Mosquera's adequate enough. I just want to get rid of Ben White. I really do. I don't like him no more.
See, now you're saying that with Mosquera. I don't like Mosquera right wing back.
No,
I don't like him. I don't like him there. I think we've talked about it before, Lee. Going back when it was Ben White, at right back and Saka on the right wing, and with Ben White being the wing back, overtaking Saka, which meant Saka to come into the box, Ben White could cross in the ball.
Yeah.
Because we were so brilliant at doing that on the right hand side.
That did work, but I don't think Ben White's the same player. I mean,
no, he's not. He's not. No, I agree with that. But I mean, I don't think he could do that. He doesn't have the pace to do that. He's a centre back, and look at that in the Champions League final with the penalty. I know it's the penalty. He challenged the player, but the only reason being is because the player outdone him for pace, and he had to get back, and he tackled him, and then obviously he gave away the penalty. So do you know what I'm saying?
True. That's a fair point. There's been speculation over Calafiori, but I would reject that. And I've seen some content creators, act like we only want to keep Calafiori because he's good looking. I think you might know what I'm talking about. I see what he said, and I thought to myself, "You are a fucking idiot, mate." I think Calafiori is a good player. I really do. And
I know he's hit with injuries. He's hit with injuries, but he could do it. He could do a job there when he's playing.
I think he's a left back for going forward.
I know because Jose Mourinho wants him at Real Madrid. Like that, and I think he's anywhere between 40 to 50 million, I believe. But look, I mean, he costs us around about 40 million anyway.
Yeah.
So So what's the point? I think just keep him, keep him there. But then again, it's not just a matter of keeping; is what happens in their personal lives. Apparently, I've read, because we're on Calafiori, apparently his wife is not very keen on living in London. So she wants to go over back. She either wants to go to Italy or Spain.
Well, all right. We'll just send her home.
Yeah, just send her. I see that. Yeah, just send her then. One way.
Let's have a quick look at the comments. Evening, gents. Hope you both well. I've got a question for you both. Is it coming home? Well, I think France are going to win it, Mac.
I don't think it is, Lee. Not sorry, Lee. Sorry, McManus. I don't think England's going to win it. I think semi-finals. I think is the furthest that we'll go in the World Cup.
Perhaps,
God knows why fucking Jordan Henderson's in the team, but I mean, if I had to pick someone to win it, I think France as well. I think France will win it.
Yeah, so do I. He's saying Cell Kepper keeps Stepford.
Yeah.
And Raya, obviously. Come on, you Gunners, BX Gunner. Come on, you Gunners. Sell Ben White, get in Diamondi from right back, from RB Leipzig, sorry. He's decent. Keep the rest of the defence. Yeah, keep the rest of the defence. And you was one of the ones calling him cauliflower before, McManus. And you, Anthony. I've done a video about it. It said, friends of the channel, nicknamed him cauliflower.
Well, he was brittle. He was very brittle, and he kept getting injured. And it was like, to be honest with you, the way how he used to, and it wasn't even nasty challenges going into him and that. He was just picking up like little injuries and training that, and it was like he was made of glass. I'll be honest with you.
Do you know we've got rid of the head of the medical, the top doctor at the club's been sacked or he's left or something.
Yeah.
So I mean, it could be a new regime. Could be something to do with the way the physios and the doctors or whoever were actually managing or treating the players. You never know, and hopefully, I've the same content creator that I just mentioned who said we only want to keep Calafiori because he's good looking. We don't think he's good looking. I think he's a good player. You must think he's good looking. But anyway, the same geezer said that this is it's just a publicity stunt. Anything to slander our own club, man. The guy really eggs the life out of me. Anyway, Lewis Skelly is listed as a defender in this squad for whatever reason. We know he's a midfielder. The last couple of games, or 3 games, was it, towards the end of the season, we played him in midfield, and
last few games,
it was fantastic, weren't he?
Yeah. Well, that was his normal position when he played in the reserves as well, Lee. So why we offered to play? Don't get me wrong, he didn't do a bad job when he was out there on the left-hand side.
No.
I mean, we were all talking about it. You know, every player on, you know, obviously, and every streamer was talking about on YouTube how good he was on the left-hand side. But when you brought him into the middle, I thought he was absolutely great. You know, that's what we need, is something in the middle.
Yeah.
But now you're going on this. You mentioned about a left back, so that frees up a left back position. If Calafiore is left back, who are we going to be playing left back?
Listen. I've got players coming in, so we can talk about that in a minute. I've got a left back in mind that I really like, that I think would push Calafiore and as Premier League ready. We can get to that. When we go to the players we're going to buy in. The Oregon Goon. How you doing, sir? Tonali and Alvarez, please. You say, what's happened there? Something's happened. Oh. Tonali, we're going to talk about players that we're going to buy in. After we do the sales, we're going to do sales and the keeps. We're going to do the ones we're going to buy in. So, I agree. Or do I? Are they on my list, Tonali and Alvarez?
Well, I can't wait for your list. I can't wait for your list.
Yeah. But McManus still calls him cauliflower, by the way.
Same here.
Yeah. See, you're just too mean, you two. You're too mean. Right. So we've got midfielders here. We've got the midfielders. There's 5 midfielders in the squad. I'm getting rid of 3 of them, and you obviously know it's not rocket science. I'm not Odegaard's biggest fan.
No, I think Norgaard.
Norgaard couldn't get into the team if give him £1 million a minute, you couldn't get him into the bloody team. So he's a goner. Odegaard's a goner, and Merino is a goner for me. Them 3 midfielders.
I totally agree with that. Lee, what the 3 you said there, the 3 at the top, was the 3 that I said that can go. Yeah. I know a lot of people have been slating Zubamendi as such, saying that he's crap, he ain't no good, the money we paid for him. But look, sometimes when a player comes from abroad and comes to play into the English Premier League, you always say give him a season, right? Fine, fair enough. He's had his season now. But I can see him being at Arsenal for a second season. But I will say this. If he's at Arsenal for a second season, I don't think he'd be getting first team football. That guy would be a bench warmer. That's what I think of. I think Merino, we bought him for 30 million. I'll be honest with you. If we were to sell him, I think the price we paid for him, I think we might get that back from him.
I think we get a bit more.
It could be a bit more, but and that could spend money in another position that we need.
Yeah, absolutely. And I've got an app on my phone that I found it. It's the Football Transfer app, and it gives you like their sort of estimate their sort of estimates of the values of the players. Yeah. Oh, sorry, he's got. They valued him around 30 million. But I mean, Kepa's 6 million, Ben White 35, Odegaard is valued still at 60 million, Norgard 6 million, Marino 30 million, and I'll tell you the rest as we go through. Keeping Zubimendi, and we're keeping Declan Rice, obviously. Keeping Saka, selling Jesus. Jesus on here is worth 20 million. Selling Martinelli. Martinelli's worth 50. Trossard is worth 17. Selling both of them. I'm also selling these two. Madueke is worth, according to this app, 68 million. And Havertz is still worth 60 million. Havertz scored 2 goals last night.
I know. Yeah. For Germany, yeah. Good game, 7-1.
For me, you know, he's a goner. He's a goner. Jesus is definitely gone. We know this. He's too many injuries. I don't even think he's had one season without any injuries, is he? And he's been out every season he's been with us. He's been out for months and months at a time.
Yeah.
Martinelli's fell off a cliff. Breaks my heart. I loved him when he first burst onto the scene. I really hope there'd be a lot more from him. But, you know, we've got to cash in while we can. I think Trossard, the wrong side of 30. The last few games of the season was fantastic. He might have been saving it all up for the last, you know, the running.
Last couple of games, yeah.
Yeah, and get himself into the Belgian squad. But, you know, he wasn't good enough all season. Let's have it right.
Yeah, I totally agree. I totally agree. I agree with obviously with Martinelli. I do agree with Trossard. I got to be honest with you, they're not on there, and they're still on our books. Fabio Vieira and Reece Nelson.
Yeah, they're on loan still. They're on loan. We're going to go to the loan players in a minute.
Oh right, okay. So yeah, so I do agree with all. I do agree with all of that. I agree with Kai Havertz. I'm going to shock you now. I want to keep Madueke.
Yeah.
I quite like Madueke, and the only reason being, is because what I see. Do you know when Saka plays and he has a really poor game, and then obviously as Mikel Arteta, he does his subs, his like for like. So Madueke comes on, Saka comes off. In the last 20 minutes I've seen, I thought to myself, bloody hell, within those 20 minutes, what I've seen in Madueke, I think that's better than what I've sometimes seen of Saka play. Like, you know, like in the last 60, maybe 70 minutes of the game. So, really? Yeah, because I mean, let's be honest, Saka's had a poor season last year. I personally think Saka. I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't want him to go. I want him to stay. But you've got to be honest, and you can only say what you see. And it was very poor. I think I like Madueke. I think he's got pace, he's got skill. Okay, but and I get it. It's his final third of the of the pitch that needs improving. But to improve that, you've got to be playing. Do you know what I mean? So obviously,
I've got someone in mind to replace Madueke as well. So I mean, I've I know it's only been 1 year, but ain't as if you ain't played in the Premier League before. He's been at Chelsea. I don't want well, actually, there was one player on my team that I would buy off of Chelsea.
Is he playing tonight? Is he playing tonight?
Is he playing tonight? No.
Oh, he's not in the Spanish team then?
No.
Okay.
No, there's one player on there that I would, one player from Chelsea that I would bring in. Cucurella's gone to Real Madrid.
I know he has. I know he left Chelsea, but I didn't know that he actually went to Real Madrid. I thought it was still sort of like on the brink of going through.
Fabrizio Romano's confirmed it, I believe.
Well, if that's the case, if that's confirmed, but look on the bright side, Lee. If that's been confirmed, we've got Calafiori then.
Yeah. I think they've switched it over because I think Arsenal rejected it straight
Yeah.
away. Any approach to put their hands. I don't think that's the offered any money, but there was speculation, and they've gone like hands off warning. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, so for me, you want to keep Madueke. I want to bin him. It didn't impress me. One or two games, maybe I thought he was decent. I probably done a video saying that he was good, but he just, for me, he didn't quite cut the mustard for me. And obviously, you're keeping Gyökeres for another season. If he has another season like he did this year, then you might consider thinking, you know what, maybe he's not just that, 25, 30 goal season striker that all top clubs should have in the Premier League. I know he done it for fun, didn't he, at Sporting Lisbon, but he's not. He done all right. He had a decent first season, and he done a lot of the work that goes unnoticed, holding up the ball, etc. Battling the centre halves. He's a big, strong lad. He's an old-fashioned number 9, and he's big and he's strong and he's solid and he just needs to get his finishing boots on, score a few more goals, and then he's ideal for us.
Yeah.
So the players on loan, there you go. There's 5 players on loan. Cole Hine, I've never seen him play. Kiwior, we can bin him. Fabio Vieira, we can bin him. Wanyeri, we want back, obviously. And Reece Nelson, we can bin him as well.
Yeah.
I'd say the only player I'd have back there, well, Cole Hine, I don't know. It looks a little bit like Jack Wilshere in his picture. When he was young. Wanyeri, yeah, bring him back. Obviously, a brilliant player.
Yeah, I totally agree with all of them. Nwaneri, I totally agree. Listen, if Nwaneri comes back and we decide obviously to keep him, which fingers crossed, I really want him to. What position do you think he would go? Because obviously he used to be the backup from Saka, didn't he? If Saka was injured, Nwaneri would come on.
Yeah,
but, we got Madueke, unless you keep him on the right and you put Madueke out there on the left, and then you buy in a left-sided, and obviously you've got 2 wingers there, sort of thing. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And then obviously whatever it is.
But after selling everyone, Anthony, you're going to get. They reckon we've got about 200 or 300 million or something to spend this summer.
Yeah.
Plus, through the sales, could generate another 300 million. You can really revamp your squad and make us just like Man City Mark II, with 2 11s that could compete and win the Premier League. That's how City becomes so powerful and so strong, because they're 2 teams basically that they could fill 2. They could have an A and a B team in the Premier League, and they'd probably be competing at the top against each other, first and second at one stage.
True.
We could do the same fucking thing if we're smart. We could do the same thing because we're still valuing some of these players, and there's players out there that we could really strengthen our team. And we've got the core of the squad of the team, of the first starting team. We've still got the core of it. The only thing we've got that's different is the left-hand side. That would be because all the keeper and the back 4 stay as they are. You've got Rice and Zubimendi or Miles Lewis-Skelly in the midfield. You've got Saka on the right, Gyökeres up front, and Eze behind. And the only first team starting place is missing is the left-hand side.
Yeah.
So you buy a winger to go on the left, and then you buy players to compete for the other positions on the pitch.
Yeah.
I think the defence is sound, is sorted.
Yeah.
So I'll let you start, if you like, for players to buy in.
Well, I'll be honest with you. McManus had my player at right back, obviously getting rid of Ben White. he said it earlier in the comments. That was the only right back that I can most probably think of that can actually do that. Is not just actually just bring him in, but actually can play to the style of what Arsenal Football Club, the flow, the constant flow, the attacking throughout the team.
Who did you say? Diamande? Oh, Diamande, weren't it? Diamande.
Yeah. So I think he's the one that can do that, and that was the only player that I picked. But obviously, regarding the only one that I thought was another position was a left back position. But in all fairness, I'll be honest with you, I couldn't come up with a left back. I was thinking, and I couldn't come up with one. But this gives an idea for people that are still watching. And if you can put in the comments of a left back that Arsenal should pick, I'm not on about just defending. I'm on about I want the wing, because to me the wing backs are the toughest position on the pitch, where you're constantly up and down.
Yeah,
all the time. You're tackling.
I've got one. I've got one.
So,
in my head.
Oh, go on then. Right. Well, let people put. You could say yours, and then you could put people. People could put it in the comments where they want.
I really like this player, Ryan Sessegnon from Fulham.
Ryan Sessegnon, ex-Tottenham player.
From Fulham. I think he's brilliant. I don't care if he was ex-Tottenham player.
Fuck that. No. You might as well. I tell you what, you're saying Sessegnon. I'd rather have Lamptey from fucking Brighton. At least he can run with a fucking ball and overlap. I'd rather sign Lamptey than fucking Sessegnon.
Why? We signed Sol Campbell. Oh, talking about Campbell, I think it's 2 years today, isn't it? Since Kevin Campbell passed away.
I think it could have been.
Kevin Campbell. I see something earlier. I don't know the date, but I see something earlier. I'm not sure if it was a late post or something. I think it is today. It's 2 years. Kevin Campbell, RIP. Great player for us. But yeah, I do like Ryan Sessegnon. I know he's ex-Spurs, but Sol Campbell.
No, not for me.
So if we didn't have Sol Campbell, we wouldn't have won the league in 90.
Not for me. Not for me. Now we've won the. Listen, Lee. All I'm saying is we were obviously because we won the Premier League last season, right? So we're as we go into this season coming, we're defending champions.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying because Liverpool were shit last season and they were defending champions, absolute crap. I'm not saying we're going to be like that because we won't be. But all I'm saying is, as defending champions, and you come out with a left back of fucking Ryan Sessegnon. No.
Listen,
no.
I don't give a shit.
I'd rather have Lamptey from fucking Brighton than him.
Oh,
honestly.
How about the Crooks from Palace?
He's retired, did you say?
The Crooks.
Oh, fuck me. I thought you said Garth Crooks. But fuck me, he's retired. No.
Is he left back or right back? I can't remember. But I think he's a left back.
I don't mind if they're left back or right back, whatever. I don't care what foot they are because they can intertwine with one another. It's the same as your white players. I mean, obviously they like players with a left foot playing on the right so they can cut in and vice versa. On the left play. But that to me is fine. But that's not 100% correct. You could be left-footed and play out on the left, right-footed.
Well, you said about left back, so this is why I mean.
Now I think that one was better. That your second option was better than your fucking first. I can't believe
you've got your Tottenham blinkers on.
They've always been on. They've always been on.
Yeah, but come on, mate. We've got Sol Campbell and we won the league.
Yeah, I know. I get that. What we're talking about, it was Sol Campbell. We needed a centre back like that to replace Tony Adams when he retired. So right. I get that, but not fucking Sessegnon. No.
Yeah, you know what I mean? But that would get up their nose more than anything if we did sign him. That would get up their nose again.
Robinson, yeah. I agree with that more than you're not being funny, Lee. But
no, it's all right. It's your opinion, mate. You can say whatever you want.
I mean, I know it's fine, but I tell you what, we want to win another trophy. But with the play, I'm looking forward to what players you got because I think we ain't going to win a trophy. I think we'll win a fucking ice cream, but we would not win a trophy.
Yeah. I'm McManus. I'm not 1,000,000%, but I'm sure I've seen him running up the wing. I'm sure I've seen him running up the wing, the Crooks, with Munoz on the wing.
He's one of those that could play left back and he could play centre back as well. He's one of them. But he like what you said, Lee. He does have pace and he can get up that wing. So that's not about that. That's what I'm saying. That wasn't a bad one.
Right. So who else you've got on your list?
Right. So I didn't have a left back. I was trying to think, but there were some good options apart from that one you said. Now the other one is obviously we all know about the centre back situation. Hincapié, he's on loan to us this season. That's a must buy. And we're talking in the region of 40 million quid.
Yeah, we've signed him, I think.
Yeah.
Because I think it was an obligation, Anthony.
Yeah.
Not an option. It was an obligation, I think.
Yeah.
If I remember right.
So I do agree with that one. We need to sign him. We need to sign him now. Like, get him to sign that contract.
Yeah,
I mean, I was chatting to McManus and he was saying as well, we were both saying it's a must in that. And I think if that game last season, was that Bournemouth or Brent when his shorts got his shorts got pulled down.
I can't remember.
And his ass was McManus texted me. He said that he said that ass alone was worth £40 million, not the all package, mind you, but just the. And I was like, oh, hang on, mate. But but yeah, I mean, I'm going to go. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to go straight over to the left-hand side.
Yeah.
I'm going to go straight over to the left. Now, listen to this. I think I'm going to name the first one. The first one that we most probably said that we most probably want and we most probably agree on is Morgan Rogers from Aston Villa. That we can most probably agree on that one.
Yeah, Morgan Rogers. I've got him on. He's top of my list.
Yeah, definitely. He was top on my list as well. But I think sometimes people are saying it was a region of 80 million. Now Villa is saying that it could be anywhere from 80 now to 100.
100. So, I've said that in my video.
So I don't get me wrong. I think he's a good player. And he ticks, out of 10 boxes, Morgan Rogers ticks 9 for me. He ticks 9, which is good. But I still think that 100 million, I still think gradually that's slightly overpriced. Slightly overpriced for me.
I don't care.
Look,
I don't care. It's not my money.
Yeah, I know. It's not your money.
If it's
I get it.
Money to a certain extent.
I get it.
Pay to go and watch.
I get it.
But they want to see you spend the money on players that are at the top of their game in the Premier League, and he's one of the best wingers in the league. And he
is. Yeah. Now I've got 1, 2, 3. I've got 4 players down, and these are 4 players. These are just rumours, by the way. Okay, so I wanted to put these 4 players in just to see what people's reaction was. Right, the second one is Bradley Barcola from PSG.
Yeah, I knocked him back. I didn't write him down. I thought about him, but I knocked him back. Good.
Right, so he's not too bad. Now, these 2. Right, now listen to this. What's his name? Boadi. I think it's Boadi or something. He's that young guy who played for Morocco last night against Brazil. Now, he's 18 years of age. Yeah. Now, I'm not being funny. I get it. He ticks, out of 10 boxes for an 18-year-old, for me, he most probably ticks about 6, maybe 7 boxes. But what we're saying is, if we want to get rid of Martinelli, which it looks like we have, is this 18-year-old, is he at the standard now of Martinelli, or is he just past that?
He plays in the 6, like a ball-winning midfielder. He don't play on the wing. He plays in the middle.
No, he was on the wing last night. And people saying he's a left-sided. He's actually left-sided. He could play in the middle or he could play out wide.
Okay,
he could play in the middle or out wide. I personally don't think we should go there, because we're talking in the region of around about 40 to 50 million pounds for an 18-year-old. I personally rather.
Don't forget, he's been playing for Lille for the last 2 seasons, and his numbers are better than most.
I do. Yeah, I know. But trouble is, though, is like what I said. He's young, and listen, what comes to young players comes mistakes. We all we're all young once. We all make mistakes, and we learn from them. So this is what we've got to put up. Now, this one, I didn't know if you know this player, but do you remember Tzolis? I'll spell it out for you. His last name is Tzolis. Now, if you remember,
yesterday
he used to play for Norwich City, and I'm going to be honest with you, he was absolutely pony at Norwich City.
Never heard of him until yesterday.
He's gone to Club Brugge, right? He's got 40 million is the price tag that they want for him. I'll be honest with you, he played most of the games last season on the left-hand side. He scored 22 goals last season. I looked his stats up earlier today.
Yeah.
So I think that's not that could, and he's only 24. So he's the same age. I think Martinelli's 25 now, I think. So obviously he's a year, he's younger than Martinelli anyway. So what I'm thinking of is, I know it's Club Brugge and I know it's a different league, because this is the Premier League we're talking about. But if those 22 goals, if he's capable of getting anywhere between 8 to 12 goals on that left side, I think that'd be a decent. I think that'd be a decent signing in his first season at Arsenal Football Club. I really do. So obviously there's some options there that I've given you.
Yeah.
But if anything, that's my top two. If I had to pick top two, it'd be Morgan Rogers and Tzolis from Club Brugge. That'd be my top two.
Okay. Well, let me tell you this. Tzolis, never seen him play, right? Never heard of him until yesterday when I see links to him. So I didn't comment on it. I've not seen this Boadi play, but what I've heard about him through people like Goldbridge, Flex, other creators, I was going to put up the highlights from the Brazil game, because apparently he absolutely destroyed the Brazilian midfield. Yeah, this is why he was playing as a box to box or
He's
6.
playing box to box, but he could play as a winger as well.
So I haven't seen him with my own eyes, but going on what I've heard, he's only 18. He's already played 2 full seasons in France for Lille. He scored plenty of goals from deep. He picks up the ball and runs with the ball, like what Skelly was doing in his last couple of games for Arsenal when we put him in the midfield, winning it, like retrieving the ball and running with it. For 18 years old, for 40 million, I think it's a fucking no-brainer. I think it's a no-brainer to buy him. If he's interested in coming to us, who knows? We don't know for sure, but definitely. Listen, he's going to be snapped up by someone. They're going to get him for 40, 50 million, and he's going to be worth 150 next season.
Yeah.
According to what I'm hearing and what I'm seeing, and I was looking at what other people were saying about him, because obviously I've not seen him play, so I can't give my own opinion on it. But I think it's an absolute no-brainer for Boadi, yeah?
Yeah.
I was talking about getting rid of Madueke. I think a perfect replacement for Madueke would either be Bowen from West Ham, but I think they're going to want too much, even though they're in the Championship. Gerard Bowen, I think, would be brilliant backup for Saka, or Ndiaye from Everton. I've also gone, because we've got rid of a load of midfielders. I was looking at
How old's Ndiaye? How old is he? Do you know how old he is?
No, he's only young still, isn't he? He's about 25 or something. I don't know how old he is for sure, but he's not old. He's not an old player, is he?
Oh, right, okay.
Well, hopefully he's not. I'm assuming. I don't know for sure.
I think if it's the player I'm thinking of, by the name you've mentioned, I got a funny feeling. I think he's about 34, 35.
No way.
I could be wrong. I might be thinking of the another Everton player, but I think I think he's older. I think he's in his 30s. I could be wrong.
No. Let me check. Let me check.
I could be wrong.
I'll just look on this because this is a good app I found here, you know. Ndiaye. Iliman Ndiaye, 26.
26, right, okay. I think I was thinking of the other guy. That's yeah. All right, that's fine.
All right, so I've said Bowen, didn't I?
Yeah.
I really like Tonali from Newcastle as well. Brilliant, because we're going to get rid of them midfielders.
That was on my list on the D, because I thought we were going to do the wide areas first and then come back into the midfield.
Oh, you've got more players on your list?
I have got a couple of more, yeah.
Oh, go on in. Go on. Who else you got in midfield then?
In midfield, in I forgot his bloody name now. There's another player. This is for the left side as well. It just literally come into my head. He's a left-sided midfielder. It plays for Real Sociedad. Spanish player. He's had Spain caps. Oh, what's his bloody name? Begins with B. I forgot his name.
Cola. No, he plays for PSG.
No, he plays for PSG. There's another one, but I think he costs anywhere about between 50 to 60 mil. So, and then I've seen videos of him on YouTube. He's the first team. I think he's the first team winger for Real Sociedad. I've got his fucking name now. I got brain frog now. So I
can't.
But yeah, he was another one that we were interested in on the left hand side. He looks to be more like I think either him or Morgan Rogers. Out of them two, I think would be more the realistic ones that most probably Arsenal would most probably sign. But yeah, in the middle, I've gone for Tonali, the Newcastle centre mid. I've gone for him in the middle. I also gone. Now listen to this. This is this is a spooky option now on attacking wise, and still the left hand side. I've question marked it, but the only reason being because this is a possibility. I would say is more like 50-50 whether it happens or not.
Yeah.
I've actually put Marcus Rashford. Now the only reason being is because he went on loan to Barcelona and came back to Man United now. I don't think whether he wants to stay at Man United and give it a go, or whether Man United don't want him, they cash in on him. But guess what? With Marcus Rashford, I know he's 27, 28, but they reckons in the region of £30 million, 35 million pounds.
They don't want to pay it, do they? Barcelona don't want to pay it.
Barcelona don't want to pay it, but listen, this is Arsenal Football Club, and I look at it this way, and I was reading. I think I actually saw it on Sky Sports News. One of the ex-footballer, one of the pundits actually said, believe it or not, I think Marcus Rashford would be a good shout because he suits that style of Arsenal, the way they play. I wasn't keen on it when I first heard it myself, and I thought, do you know what? With us being Arsenal Football Club, and if we spend money like anywhere, like in different positions on the pitch, and there was a chance of bringing in a left winger, like wide left fielded player for cheap, for 35 million, it'd be that. I guarantee it.
Is he an upgrade? Is he an upgrade on Trossard or Martinelli? I don't think so.
I don't know, but you've got years. You've got most probably around about 4 seasons in him, maybe 5 at a push. I don't know, but
Martinelli as well, though.
Yeah, I know, but the trouble is, though, it's like what we said: is all business orientated now, isn't it?
We need to go to the next level, Anthony. We need to go to the next level.
I know what you're saying. Yeah, we do, but sometimes look, Lee, we know this is Arsenal Football Club. And sometimes when good things happen with us winning the league, I guarantee it now. If we sign 5 players, there's going to be one signing that's going to fucking disappoint all us Arsenal fans. It's always a way. Always a way. And I guarantee you it'd be someone like that, or if it's not Marcus Rashford, it'd be somewhere else. Was that a dildo?
Is that no? It's a pen. Is that
Oh,
your?
I mean, it was like a long. I thought it was. Yeah.
Is that your player? McManus just put the player in the player.
I put him in, but that's him. McManus, that's him. That's him. I've watched a video of him on YouTube, and believe it or not, it was all right.
But they could. Do you know what? With YouTube, they could make. I
know what you're saying, but that watching him, he's young. He's about the same age, but that is just improvement now. That there is actually an improvement for Martinelli.
The best left winger in the world is Kvaratskhelia, PSG. He's the best, but I didn't put him on my list because I was trying to be realistic. Yeah, by far. He plays on the right.
Who?
Lamine Yamal's a right. He plays on the right, doesn't he?
Yeah, but he can play left. He plays left as well.
Wow, we were talking about left.
Do you ever watch it? In all fairness, I do watch quite a bit of Spanish football on TNT, football sports. But I'll be honest with you, I have seen him out on the left playing as well. But no matter which side he plays, it's still good.
Yeah, no, Lamel, yeah, he's a great player. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you something though as well. Let me tell you this: Kvaratskhelia didn't have a good game against us in that final. To be fair, but before that, I was rating him as the best left winger in the world. Kvaratskhelia. I rate him highly, but. Well, my list, I've gone realistic, and I thought, you know what, we're not going to buy him.
You rate him highly. Is he cutting the mustard though?
Who? Kvaratskhelia?
Yeah.
Absolutely, he's brilliant.
Yeah.
I think they got him for cheap from Napoli, didn't they?
Yeah, I think they did. Yeah. Hang on. Yeah, he's somewhere down there. Yeah, he's somewhere down in there. Yeah, he's definitely.
Okay. All right, let's go on. Let's go on. Any other players on your list?
The only players that I got now, Lee, is mainly strikers.
Okay. All right. So I'll tell you, I've got I've said Tonali. I like Guimaraes as well from Newcastle, but Tonali I think he'd be more gettable than Guimaraes.
Yeah.
Vinicius Junior says BX Gunner. Oh, blimey, yeah, he's mustard. We've got no chance. We've got to be realistic. I'm trying to be as realistic as possible.
Yeah.
I've got here as well in midfield. I remember a little while ago said I'd only get one player from Chelsea. We've had a lot of Chelsea rejects over the years, but this player I would take him in an heartbeat. Cole Palmer.
I get it. I get it. I mean, is a debate with the England team in there. If you had to take Cole Palmer, Palmer and Foden to the World Cup, who would you take? Me, I would take Cole Palmer because there's times where you could turn around and say, "Fucking hell, he's been really shit," but when you think of it with Palmer, he actually turns up in a time that you need him there on the pitch.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
I think it was the correct decision not to take him to the World Cup because he's had a poor season. It was a very disappointing decision not to take this guy, Morgan Gibbs-White, from Forest. Why they ain't took him, I will never know in a million years. And they've took Jordan Henderson.
Fucking Jordan Henderson, no.
For me, that was a bad decision.
That was a bad decision on Jordan. I'd rather have McManus in the fucking middle of the pitch doing his fucking knitting. That's better than Jordan Henderson. Jesus Christ.
So now I've got 2 attackers on my list.
Go on
2
then.
attackers to replace Jesus and Havertz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guarantee you're going to say one, and the one that you say, I've already got.
God, you say it.
Julian Alvarez.
Alvarez is one, yeah.
Right. So that's the first one. The other one that I got. Now, this is what, not me, but being realistic in what Arsenal wants, is that young guy who plays up front for Bournemouth in the Premier League.
Krupi, yeah. I've got him as well. I've got him
you've got him as well. Okay,
yeah.
right. So that's two. Fucking hell. Can you see through that?
No, I've got him as well. Krupi and Alvarez as the strikers.
Krupi and Alvarez.
Jesus.
But there's one. I'm going to leave this one. I got one more, and I'm going to leave. How many have you got?
What?
How many strikers have you got listed?
Two strikers, Krupi and Alvarez.
That's it. Okay, fine. Yeah, that do. Because I don't know why I put. No, I scribbled that one out. I'll put a line through it. Sorry, but yeah, that's the two strikers I've gone with.
Yeah.
Yeah. I noticed now. I put the line through it. But yeah, that's the two strikers I've gone with. Lee,
yeah, brilliant.
When you look at the stats, Alvarez has got better stats. Last season, Alvarez because he was limited on game time, so I think he scored was it 10 goals in 20 games?
Well, that's good. 1 in 2.
But that's 1 in 2, yeah. So that was what I mean. So his game time, he may have had an injury or something last year. I think he did, but I mean, for scored 10 goals in 20 games, I think that's good. One game, 1 goal in in 2 games. That's fine.
That's decent. That's decent.
But this one with Bournemouth, I'm not too sure. Can we get? Listen, if our wide players and our midfielders, if they struggle to score like what they did last, I know, like Martinelli. Okay, let's put Martinelli out of the equation. Let's see Trossard instead. With the goals that they scored, you need and they weren't scoring it. Yeah, we need a 20-goal striker. If next season is going to be the same with our wide players already not scoring. So do you know what I'm saying? So we need a 20. But what I'm saying is this young guy from Bournemouth, if we got him, has he got what it takes to get 18, let's say 16 to 20 goals? Let's be like,
I reckon he could.
I'm talking Premier League goals, not all competitions. Premier League.
Yeah. We can't say for sure, can we? But he's got his potential. He's got the potential. Mike Adams is saying Henderson and Madueke should have never been picked. Absolutely, I agree. McManus saying he would nip for England. And Krupi Junior Krupi is
he's decent. Yeah, he is decent.
Yes. Tavernier, BX Gunner, another good player, man. Another good. Bournemouth have got some good players, mate. They had a good look. Semenyo, Man City still buying players. And they still buying players.
Yeah, that's true.
They're trying to hijack Anderson, isn't they? Man United are trying to sign him from Forest.
Oh, see, now that's another one. I totally forgot to put Anderson from Forest. Now, I'm not being funny. I can see him because he's young. Okay. Do you know who I can see Anderson being?
Alex Scott as well. Brilliant player.
Ex-Bristol City player. What can I say? I've seen him play. He was a good player. Do you know when we played Man City? Man City wanted Alex Scott, and we turned that down, and we accepted a bid from Bournemouth. So that was it. So it was like bloody hell. So that was all what it was there. So, but look, I think but Anderson, going back to him, I think he's a brilliant. Do you know who he can remind me of? Not now. He's still learning the game now. But do you know who I can see him being further down the line when he gets to his peak and into his early 30s? He's another Declan Rice. To me, he's like another Declan Rice.
Declan Rice is still only he ain't 30 yet. He's like about 27, isn't he, or something? 28.
27 to 28. Declan Rice is. So, but what I'm saying is, how Declan Rice is now at his age. Anderson's younger than him. I think if he was given the opportunity, he can become close to Declan Rice. Him and Declan Rice in midfield. Do you think of it? for Arsenal, and not just for Arsenal, for England.
Yeah. We might see that.
We could see it, yeah. We could see it.
Adam Morton, another good player. Well, there's some good midfielders in the Premier League, mate.
He's a good player. I like him. He really is good. But I think he is a good player. I'm not going to take nothing away from him. What I'm trying to get over is, what is the hype about him? Some people may be seeing things that I'm not seeing. Don't get me wrong. He is a good player, but I don't think he's amazing. But look. If we signed him as Arsenal, I get it, and I'll be happy that we've got him. But I don't know. There's like a hype about a few players, and me and McManus was chatting the other night, and we said exactly the same thing. We get it; they're really good players, but it's just that we don't get 100% of the hype about them.
Okay. I think he's a decent player.
Maybe
a little bit overrated. Maybe I don't think he's. I don't think he's outstanding. I think he's decent. I think he suits. What is it, Palace, isn't he? Is it Palace?
Yeah, Palace. Yeah.
I think he suits Palace, but I don't think he'd be like anywhere near Man City's radar or Arsenal's or Liverpool, United. That's the bigger clubs. I don't think it'd be the superstar at Palace, but it wouldn't be a bigger club. I don't think. Even at the Tony Hammers Football TV, West Ham channel there. Go and check him out if you're a West Ham fan in the chat.
Yeah, and good luck in the championship, by the way. No, hang on, Lee. I've got to see this because I haven't said this to him since he got rigged. And good luck in the championship, Tom. You're going to be going to the Fortress at Bristol City at Ashton Gate, and yeah, they'll kick your fucking ass. So unfortunately, West Ham are shit.
Sorry about that, Tone, but you had to get that in.
He knows I'm joking.
I've never seen so many West Ham fans turn into Paris Saint-Germain fans. I'm telling you now, Tone. I don't know if you was. But I know a lot of West Ham fans, obviously, the Cockney Gooner. I'm from the East End, live in the East End. A lot of my friends, 90% of them are West Ham fans, and they all wanted us to lose. Bar one or two. Even my family members wanted Arsenal to lose. So that's how much hated we are now. We're the new Tottenham. Tottenham were the most hated club I've ever known in my life. Apart from their own friends, obviously. Now it's us. But I don't give a fuck. What would it be?
Do you know what? They had one job to do, West Ham, and they done it. They beat Leeds United, and it was Everton that, obviously we lost to Tottenham. But it made me think, and I haven't said this on because I haven't been on those shit. It made me think, when West Ham had Moisey in charge and they sacked him and pissed him off after winning the conference trophy or the Europa League, whatever, which one it was. Yeah. How do we feel like he might turn around and say, well, I can remember what West Ham did to me. If we go there, we'll play well, let Tottenham win, but then let's keep it like, so it wasn't obvious. Yeah. And then I could send my own team down. You never know what thinks on behind us, with Moisey, because he is.
You like to think they're professional when they try, but maybe there's a little bit of bitterness there. Maybe
there is a bitterness there. Yeah.
Static, how you doing, sir? Static's in the chat. He's not going to be by Cola. How you doing, sir? And he's Tony's laughing at you, Anthony.
Yeah.
Static, only 4 likes. I know. Like and subscribe if you like the content. Let's get some likes on the video, sorry.
You know why we got 4 likes? Because you said fucking Zega's on the fucking left back. Fuck me, we was on 50 viewers. We was on 50 viewers, and when you picked that left back, that Fulham left back, that ex-top, it went from 50 down to fucking 4. I was watching. I was like, no, he's fucked it.
Big up, Tony. nicest ground in the championship. Gosh.
It is the nicest ground.
I'm looking forward to you buying me a pint when I come down that way, Anthony. Send me the address when I send the can of WD-40 to prize that wallet open. All the moths are going to come out of it as well, isn't they?
Oh, it's definitely fucking moths are going to come out of that. I think, to be honest with you, I think the fucking moths at the paying notes. Jesus, and they're plastic. I think moths only goes through fabric, don't they? But they fucking don't. They go through plastic as well. I'm telling you.
Right. All right. Well, that's it then, isn't it? We've spoke about everyone we want to sell. Basically, 10 players out and 10 players in for me. The core of the team's still there. So before anybody says you can't just buy an whole new team and go again, the core of the first team is still there. The back four, the keeper is still there. Rice and Skelly and Zubimendi is still there. Saka and Eze is still there. Gyökeres is still there. It's the left-hand side. Max Damon as well. Yeah, Max Damon. Obviously, we're keeping him. Mad Max.
Yeah, we'll definitely keep Max Damon in. Yeah, I'm not too sure if we can sign him. I'm not too sure if he can play yet. Can he? It's 16 because he's just finished doing his GCSEs, hasn't he? Max Damon. I'm not too sure if you can give him like I don't get me wrong. He's got like a contract at Arsenal, but is it when you're 18 you get like more what I call like a professional contract? They got to be 18.
Yeah. No, he signed the contract already. He's got the pre-contract, isn't he?
Yeah, he's got the pre-contract.
Birthday's on New Year's Eve or New Year's Day, isn't it? It's similar to Jack Wilshere. Jack Wilshere's birthday, I think it's New Year's Day.
Yeah.
Because, when he's 17, Christopher, thanks for that, Christopher. I'm sure his birthday is either New Year's Eve or New Year's Day. Jack Wilshere's the same as well. He was either New Year's Eve. I think Jack Wilshere was New Year's Day, you know.
Yeah, could be.
I remember something. It's somewhere in the back of my head. The same with Max Damon. So he's 17, like New Year's Day or New Year's Eve, Max Damon. And he can sign his contract then. New Year's Eve, here you go. Thank you, Christopher.
Yeah.
And was Jack Wilshere on New Year's Day? I think he was New Year's Day. Listen, don't hold me to it. Google it. But I'm sure... I'm 99% sure that was his birthday. Somewhere in the back of my mind is telling me. Anyway, thank you everybody.
Why are you called Lefty?
That's my nickname. That's my I'm on X. I'm on X as well. Cockney Gooner 76. My name's Lefty on there. My cousins, I've been called Lefty since we was all young. All my cousins call me Lefty because I was shit at football, like I had 2 left feet.
Oh yeah, I get that now. I get it. Yeah.
So
you weren't centre back, was you, Lee?
No.
What? The all 4'7" of you? Yeah, you was. You were centre back. You would put centre back.
No, I wasn't. I'm too short to be a centre back. I'm 5 foot.
That's what I said. All 4'7" of you.
Anyway, no, I weren't any good really, but I was a good coach for the kids. I become a good coach, to be honest, a manager for the Simrad, for one of the teams in Simrad. With one of my cousins actually, who was a good left back, by the way. He was good, Michael. Good.
In the changing rooms? In the changing rooms.
Left back in the changing rooms, yeah. Hopefully the same fate does not befall him. Wilshere, boy, he was a fantastic talent. He really was. But we're going to wrap this up.
Yeah.
We got easier to say than flip flop, Anthony. Yeah, it's easy. Yeah, it is easier to say.
Yeah.
Wait, Jason Cundy nicked my word, man. He nicked my word. I heard him on the Talk Sport the other day.
Oh, did you see that fucking video he did?
No, I say flop flips. So I was talking. I'll say it to me, Bird, like, you know, where's my sliders? Where's my flop flips? And he fucking used the word. He used the word on the Talk Sport. I thought, how did he know that? You know what I mean? So anyway, forget about that. That's nonsense talk.
Oh, I see all the videos going around after the PSG final, the Champions League final. And
I've
it was
even what's his name? Ed Bonlahor.
a
Jumping around in
Bondahor,
the
yeah,
shirt.
yeah, and it was listen, it had him on there, Jimmy O'Hara, Teddy Sheringham. It was a few others. Obviously, ex Tottenham players and other old players as well. And they were just ripping the piss, and they were doing like these French videos, like with the hat, the stripy shirt, the onions, and riding the tricycles. They were just ripping the piss out of Arsenal.
I saw the video of them, because they go on YouTube as well. The TalkSport radio shows on YouTube as well, and I see the clip of it was Jason Cundy and Gabby Bonlahor, the Villa striker. He's a presenter on TalkSport as well. He gets on my nerves, but they're not Arsenal fans, so they was wearing PSG shirts.
No. They
went ballistic when PSG won, but they're wind up. Listen, we're getting on people's nerves. Arsenal are doing something right because we're hated.
That's right. Yeah, right? That's right. That's right.
And we're only hated because other teams at the moment are jealous they're not in our position where we are now. We're getting on everybody's nerves. We're annoying people because we've come back. Let's see where we go. I don't want to go too overhyped and think like we're favourites again to win the Premier League. We're going to go and do it again to see what happens in the summer. The manager deserves his flowers, and I haven't given him none all season. Well, once or twice I might have, but I haven't. And I wanted him out, and now I'm prepared to back him. Are you? Are you prepared to back him? Because
our manager, I listen. You pulled you when you went live. Me and McManus was in your chat. You wanted to know what we were going to say. You asked us a question. Will you give us this? Would you? Yes, you did. Yes, you did. And you said, would we, explaining to me and McManus, would we give our manager a contract? And me and McManus both said together, we said we're giving definitely next season or 1 or 2 seasons and see what he can do then. And within those 2 seasons, this was a couple of weeks back when you went live. Me and McManus was in the chat. If McManus is still here, you.
I thought you meant.
I told you.
I thought you meant.
You was live. No, you was live. You went live.
I remember now. I think what you said.
And you asked me and McManus the same question, and we said we're giving 1 more season. And I said I'll give him 1 more season, and I was actually going to opt it to 2 more seasons. But look, he won us the Premier League. That was fair enough. Look, that was fair enough. I'm not Mikel Arteta's biggest fan. Listen, you've got to give him credit where credit is due. He won us the league.
Absolutely.
If that season when we missed out winning the league to Villa and Man City won, he won't be stood there now at the Emirates being 1-time Premier League champion. He would have been 2-time Premier League champion.
I think we should have won it at least another twice.
Right.
I think we should have won it last season as well.
Yeah,
maybe. Because when Liverpool won it, I mean, everybody else fell off. Yeah. Like this season, we've won it. Man City and Liverpool fell off.
Yeah.
We should have. If we'd have had Morgan Rogers, I said this on a video that I've done about Morgan Rogers. I believe if we'd have bought him last summer, I believe we would have won the league 4, 5, even 6 weeks before we did.
Yeah,
we won the league the day before, the week before the last day. Yeah. We was already champions going into the Palace game, right?
Yeah.
But I believe we would have won that league because I don't think we would have, after being 2-0 up against Sunderland, I don't think we would have come back to the 2-2. I don't think Bournemouth would have beat us. I don't think Forest. I don't think we would have drawn against Forest. There was games that with a player like Morgan Rogers instead of a Trossard or a Martinelli, with Morgan Rogers in that team, I think it would have been I know we're talking in hindsight, I get that, but I believe that we would have been a completely different animal, having that power, don't forget he can play in the 10 as well. Odegaard was injured for God knows how long. Eze took his time to bed in. They could have took turns, Rodgers and Eze.
Yeah.
I don't know. Miles Lewis-Skelly playing out of position when he played. He didn't get a lot of game time this season, and I think he deserved more. I think when Zubimendi was poor, he could have come in then a lot earlier. I think he made a few when he put Declan Rice at right back against West Ham. I was
what the hell was that? I don't want to say his name, and I'm not going to say his name. But you know who I'm on about, that defensive midfielder we had, and he did exactly the same. No, do you remember? He did exactly the same with that one. I'm not going to say his name, but that it reminded me of that when I seen that at West Ham.
Absolutely,
exactly.
That's what I mean. He makes because then it would have been forced to make two changes to put that right, to put Declan Rice back into the midfield. But what he did in the end is he dropped Skelly back into left back, pushed Rice back into the midfield, and I think Mosquera come on, didn't he? And they took off. Who did they take off? I think they took off Calafiori, did they?
Yeah. They took off
Calafiori off. Put
cauliflower
for Mosquera dropped Miles Lewis-Skelly into left back, put Mosquera at right back, and then moved Declan Rice back into the midfield. Then we started to nearly get it back against West Ham, but West Ham we'd already lost the midfields as soon as we dropped Rice to right back. We lost him, and it was hard to get it back. And then we was lucky, really, that their goal got disallowed. To be brutally honest, I think it was a foul on the keeper. I do. I'm not going to take that away, but they've been given goals like that before, and I think we was lucky to get that wiped off. But in hindsight as well, we still won the league by 7 points, so that wouldn't have mattered.
Well, that was good. Yeah. But then again, you look at it, and he said, look, the reason why Arsenal won it by 7 points. We won it by 7 points, but then the other fans were saying, the people who don't like Arsenal were saying, oh, the only reason you won it because Man City wasn't great that season. They wasn't informed.
They're always going to say that. They're always going to say that. They ain't got Pep no more. They're going to fall off a cliff. Hopefully, they're going to get their comeuppance if they're guilty. If they're not guilty, then fair play to them. All right, they've fucking dominated for the last 10 stretch. Fair play. But if they've cheated, then I hope they get the fucking book thrown out. Right? Seriously, I think they've stopped other clubs from winning leagues, and other clubs they've relegated teams as well. Do you know what I mean? But anyway, let's go through the comments before we say goodnight, because we were supposed to be doing an hour. We've gone well over. Belgium and Egypt are still 0-0. It's Mo Salah's birthday, by the way, today.
Was he 34 now?
34. Saying earlier. He's playing for Egypt, and he's just been pulled over. Has he had a card for the Belgian player? Who's that? I don't know who's fouled him there, but he's been fouled. He's been pulled back, and he's been booked. Timothy Kaskine, I think. I don't know who he is. Anyway, let's read these comments before we say goodnight. We did this when you were last live, mate. It was, if he wins the league, then yes, I'll give him his flower. That was it. Yeah, McManus. Sorry, I do remember. I thought he was saying that I phoned you up secretly and said, say this, say that before we've done the show tonight. That's what I thought you meant. But I would never do that anyway. Make Anthony right, though. It's what you do in the new season and the one after that before you can give Arteta a new contract. I think. What's he got left on his contract? Has he got the 2 years? Has he got the 2 left? Christopher Hinton, Martinelli, Norgard, Madueke needs to go, in my opinion. Yeah. Well, if we agree with you there, Christopher. I've got 10 players on the list. If you want to watch it back at the start of the show, you'll see all the players that we would sell. Them 3 are on the list. If you want, I'll just go through it again quickly. I've gone for Kepa, White, Odegaard, Norgard, Moreno, Jesus, Martinelli, Trossard, Madueke, and Havertz. 10 players ruthlessly gone. Gone. And then we can get better backups or better players than them. The core of the team's still there. So you're not rebuilding the whole team from scratch. White and Jesus, I agree. Yeah, White. Havertz has got to go as well. Odegaard has got to go as well. Odegaard's he's not my captain. Rice or Gabriel Magalhaes captain.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're gonna say goodnight, Anthony. Good stream, thank you, sir.
That was
the
all right.
return of Anthony after months away. We're gonna do another stream. What we're gonna do? We're gonna do a stream in a couple of weeks' time, aren't we?
Yeah, we're gonna do. Well, it's just like it's just where we think the teams are going to finish in the Premier League. So we're going to do a Premier League table, all the list of all the teams. We're going to, Lee's going to say where they're going to finish. I say where the team finish, and also you people in the chat as well. You just join in and put down where you think what team's going to finish in what position for this season coming up.
Yes. So subscribe to the channel. Stick a like on the video if you like the content. Remember to click the bell because then you'll get notified.
Yeah.
When anything goes live or put any videos on, you'll get notified. You've got to click that bell and then you'll get notified.
Yeah. But remember to click it and not flick it. Is that alert? So
Havertz, I agree. Good stream. Thanks, McManus, Christopher. Arteta loves Havertz. He ain't leaving, though. Yeah, well, it does seem to like Havertz. Scored 2 goals last night, but for me, Bob, he's not good enough. He's not good enough. I don't know. Where does he play? What's his position? Is he a midfielder? Is he a 10? Is he a 9? Is he a false 9? Is he a fucking winger? Is he an 8? What is he? Where does he play? Where's his best position? I don't know. I'll leave that for you to decide.
He's a mystery. Havertz the mystery. He is a mystery player. We don't know.
Down the drain, Kai Havertz scores again.
Yeah.
All right. Good night. God bless.
But as from me, I'll see you later.